My name is Brandon and I'm with Peak Perfection, and today we're going to talk about how we're going to install your CertainTeed roofing system. The very first thing we want to do when we show up on the job site is check in the material. We want to make sure that we have all the material accounted for the job throughout the day, throughout the project. And the next thing is we want to strip all the products off the roof, all the shingles, the felt, the old nails, the penetrations, the flashings, get all this off the roof, get it into a dump trailer so that we have a good solid nailable surface. Once we get the roof stripped down to the deck, make sure that all the nails are out and we get all the bad wood replaced, we're going to go back with a CertainTeed Winter Guard ice and water shield. Now this rubber membrane is going to go back in all the valleys, underneath all the flashings, and around all the penetrations to make sure that we seal up and waterproof those areas that are the most vulnerable for water intrusion to get down into the roofing system, get down into the home. Once we have the ice and water shield in the valleys, underneath all the penetrations and underneath the flashings, we're going to make sure that we go back with CertainTeed synthetic felt to cover the entire remaining roofing surface. Synthetic felt is very important because it adds a water-resistant layer underneath the shingles that protects the roofing surface from any humidity, moisture, or water intrusion that may get underneath the shingles through the life of the roof. Once we have the synthetic felt over the remaining roofing surface and all the deck is covered, we're going to go back with a drip edge all the way around the perimeter of the roof to prevent any wind-driven rain from getting back in there or allowing any water from running back off the roof underneath that surface, getting down into the soffit and fascia, which can cost thousands of dollars in damage. Once we have that drip edge all the way around the perimeter of the roof, we now want to apply the starter strip. The starter strip is going to help protect the very edge of the roof all the way around the perimeter, as these places on the roof are the most vulnerable for wind to get underneath there, lift the shingles, and cause further damage on the roof. It's important that we use CertainTeed starter strip because it's actually going to have a thermal sealant line very close to the edge of that roof, which provides the most protection once it seals up and it gets tight. Now that we have all the underlayment and the foundation of the roof down, we're going to go back with CertainTeed's landmark shingle. It's really important whenever we're installing any shingle on a roof to make sure that we hit the nail line on the roof. The nail line is going to provide for optimal protection in high winds and over the life of the roof. CertainTeed has an actual nail track on their shingle that provides the guys a good visual to make sure that they hit this nail line every single time whenever they're installing 6 nails to completely secure the shingle to the roof deck. CertainTeed landmark shingle is going to give you a limited lifetime warranty, or 50 years. It's got a 10-year true protection period, which means that for the first 10 years, if there's any defects on the roof, then CertainTeed is going to back that shingle, supplying labor and material in the case of it having a defect or a problem from the manufacturer. They're also going to have a 15-year, 110, 130 mile an hour wind rating, and they're going to have a 10-year algae warranty as well. So moving right along, we've just about complete. We've got most of the roofing system on the roof now. We're just about covered up. Something really important that we don't want to overlook is the ventilation on the roof. So it's key to allow the heat that builds up in the attic to have somewhere to escape and get out of that roof, which as it escapes will pull cool air in through the bottom of the roof. The ridge vent is what's going to supply this for us. The first thing we want to do in this process is cut back that keyway at the very peak of the roof 2 inches on each side, allowing that heat to escape out of the attic. Once we have the keyway cut out properly, we're going to go back with CertainTeed's venture vent, ridge vent. And this is going to go over the top of that peak, covering up that keyway, allowing for a space and air gap for that heat to escape and rise up out of the top of the roof. We want to make sure that we go back with a CertainTeed capping shingle so that we can provide the most protection for these seams that we leave on the roof where the roof elevations meet. We're going to install this capping shingle on the hips going up the roof and across the ridges and the ridge vent as well. Now that you've seen how Peak Perfection is going to install your new roofing system, I hope you're as excited as we are to get the project started. My name is Brandon with Peak Perfection. I'm your product expert. Thank you for choosing Peak Perfection to install your new roofing system.